Hey nerds, and welcome to Relentless Dawn's heroic Hagara fight in Dragon Soul. So when you initiate Hagara, she will be obviously hitting the tank with Focus Assault is one of the abilities that you want to watch out for. The tank needs to back out of it when at all possible. Pulling her back helps because she does a frontal cone and it keeps it off of everyone else. The ranged need to block these ice lances that you see, but when you get up to about 3 stacks is when we run out to drop the stacks. Otherwise, you'll take a lot of damage. Then you can run back in and proceed to take the damage from those ice lances. So, during the ice phase, we need to kill these crystals to get the bubble off of Hagara and be able to attack her again. Right there is the Frost Flake, and the strategy for dealing with the Frost Flake is if you get it on you, it goes on any random player. You run to the bubble, get dispelled, and run back in. The reason for this is that if you get dispelled in the path, you will drop a patch of ice and it will slow any character that runs through it. So it's important not to drop those ice patches in the middle of the room because it is stupid how much it slows you down. As you're running around this circle, it also helps a lot to try to stay no farther than the middle of the path from the bubble. Because as you have that Frost Flake on you, you're slowed progressively more and more the longer it's on you, and it takes damage. So try to stay close to the bubble if you can. These ice walls are a lot faster too than they are in regular mode, so definitely have to use whatever speed boost that you have available to you. Aspect of the Pact and the Druid Roar help out a lot too when we have both of those classes available. So as soon as you get all of those crystals down, you can go back to fighting Hagara. Now this phase, second phase of Hagara, will be pretty much the same. Tank will want to pull him back a little bit, and then we'll have to deal with the ice lances. So the ranged need to toggle back and forth. The lines that you see, the little woven lines, will focus on somebody. The ranged, regardless of who those lines are focusing on, need to block the actual lances. There we go, there's the ice tomb. So anybody who gets a blue arrow over their head, that means they're going to get the ice tomb. And they need to go towards the boss so the melee can help cleave them down. If a healer gets tombed, obviously get them out first, because this fight's pretty heal intensive. We 2-heal this fight, so we need both of them available anytime we can. Next is Lightning Phase. This phase I find really fun. So we have the way that we do it, we spread out. We have 2 people between each conductor. They're all marked with a marker. It's a little bit different from regular mode because there's a set around the inner circle and around the outer circle. So we kill the ad over by one of them and then chain the lightning. And each group of people is in charge of their conductors. So it's pretty smooth when you have everybody assigned to a spot and you just run to the spot, and then we basically start in a half circle and run all the way across and do the same thing on the other side. The lightning phase is really damage intensive, so we have to do that as fast as possible and do any defensive cooldowns that we have to help the healers out who are in the middle healing everyone. Ice tombs are coming, so the 2 people with the arrows have to go towards the boss as close as they can without being on top of each other, because that can be kind of annoying for targeting purposes. The healer was in tomb, so we got him out first. We go for the next one, and we're good. Back to Hagara and blocking the lances. Now, if you have a line focused on you as ranged, you will need a ranged person to come and block it from you in order to get the stacks off of you. So it helps if the lines actually focus on a melee, and then the ranged can just run in and out to block the lances. So here we go back to Frost Phase. stay out of things falling on the ground, and watch for the walls to come out. It's almost inevitable anytime somebody comes in for the first time, they're just shocked by how fast the walls move in Heroic versus LFR or regular 10-man mode. And a lot of times they actually get hit when the wall's coming out. It's actually quite funny. So now we're looking at a range perspective. It can be a little bit easier for ranged in this part, especially when you're a mage and you have blink. Really helps out a lot. Gotta get rid of my frost flake. Somebody dropped a patch on the ground. Yeah, this fight was actually not our best kill, that's for sure. We've done better. We had quite a few dead when we killed it. I thought it was awesome though that we still were able to succeed. As usual, we did have some fill-ins who weren't really used to this fight on heroic mode, so I think we did pretty good considering. Killing the last one, back to Hagara. And here is our burn phase. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and check back next week because I'll have more nerdy goodness for you. Thanks. That shouldn't have worked.